Hey loves, my name is Kyle August, and I'm here to help you manifest your specific person in the quickest and easiest possible way. So, today we're going to talk about manifesting a text from your specific person. So, first things first, you need to know that your specific person really wants to text you. Okay? It's nothing more than they would like to do than to text you, to talk to you, to call you, to be with you. They want that way more than you do. But we just need to allow ourselves to get into that state so we can see that thing reflected into our external reality. But that's the first thing I absolutely want you to get through your mind before we kind of continue on at all. Understand truly, fully, honestly, your specific person wants to message you more than you want to message them or you want them to message you. Okay, they want it really, really bad. So we're going to let them do that, okay? We're going to allow them to message us, okay? So this is going to be the easiest way to do it, but I have to kind of lay some groundwork first. So remember that when we act from a state, we automatically get that thing in our external reality. And if we fully assume it without a doubt, that thing must instantaneously come into our reality, right? All of your manifestations are already alive within you. There is no separation at all. Separation between you and your manifestation is completely an illusion. You have it. You are already with your specific person. They already love you. There's literally no doubt about that. One of the main things we end up doing, though, in our reality and in our minds is create this sort of resistance, right? We begin to worry or have anxiety or overthink it, right? We start creating this resistance that's almost unnecessary. Almost like we have a hose hooked up to some water outlet and we can just turn it on and the water's going to flow perfectly. But we keep grabbing that hose and kind of stopping the flow of water. Accidentally, obviously. In an attempt to speed it up, this is what we accidentally end up doing. So in this case, we need to then change our mindset to be more conducive for allowing what is naturally flowing, because obviously we're assuming the state, we're performing our visualizations, our affirmations, we're getting into that feeling. That is then going to becoming automatically to us. We don't have to try to force it. We don't have to try to speed things up. Actually, the less that we try to speed things up, the quicker it actually comes. And this is like a paradox that I always talk about, because people always ask, how can I speed up a manifestation, right? How can I get to my specific person way faster, way quicker? And I'm not sure if I already made a video on this, but I feel like that should be a video in its own right. But the idea is you can't try to speed up or you can't worry about something you already have, right? If you were to ask yourself how soon you were going to get something you felt as though you already had, that would be nonsense to you. It would make absolutely no sense. You'd be like, well, when am I going to get this jacket? And you'd be like, well, you're already wearing it, right? I can't ask that question and be conscious of it because it just doesn't make any sense. So in this way, by pulling yourself out, kind of, well, think of it almost in the way that I was mentioning. Asking about time, worrying about time, is that resistance being offered up that actually is completely unnecessary up until that point. We don't have to. It's just a way that our mind wants to create things or make things more difficult for us than they already have to be. But again, manifestation, you hear me open every single video with this. It can be easy and effortless if we allow it to be that way, right? In our mind, we are the creator of our reality. Our consciousness is being reflected outside of us. So who else could offer resistance against us than our own mind or our own consciousness? So in this way, and it's going to be a simple idea to act from, and you're going to see crazy awesome things begin to happen to your specific person. This text is going to come like the easiest text you've ever had in your life. But it's going to be a confusing idea. It's simple, but it could be confusing at first. So the idea is to offer the least resistance. Now, because we are desiring this thing almost too much to, I don't want to say an obsessive state, but think about how you act towards your specific person texting you, right? We're going to be getting anxiety, getting worry. We're really, really, really desiring that to happen. There's nothing more than we want. But imagine, like I mentioned at the beginning, that feeling that you have towards your specific person texting you, that's how they have towards texting you. We just need to allow it. Our reality wants to give us that really, really badly. We just need to allow our universe and our subconscious mind to give it to us, right? Our subconscious mind is automatically producing these things that we want. Your subconscious mind is a part of your own mind. It knows what you want. It really wants to give it to you. Like another thing I want to mention too, and I almost want to make a video on this as well. But when you make that subconscious, when you have that desire for that thing, and you begin to get into the state, everything around you wants to help you get there, right? And that's that idea that your specific person, it may not feel like it right now. After this video, it's going to feel like that way. But your specific person wants to text you more than you want them to text you, or more than you feel you want to text them. If that's not confusing, it shouldn't be. I mean, hopefully that makes sense. Basically, your reality wants to give that to you more than you actually desire it. So here's going to be the thing we're going to do. Think of the thing you want the most, right? Right now, it's going to be that text message from your specific person. And we now know that the only reason that we're not getting it is because we are offering up a lot of resistance against it, right? Like we are, again, that hose idea. The hose is running and we're trying to speed it up so much. We're trying to manipulate the hose and it ends up actually kinking the hose and no water ends up coming out, or you reduce the flow. So here's how I want you to act. And it's going to be, again, a simple answer, but kind of complex when you begin to actually implement it. I want you to act, and this is going to guarantee your text message from your specific person. I want you to act as if a text message is the last thing you want, okay? And I know this sounds weird because you're like, oh, I thought the desire was perfect. I thought we wanted to actually like really desire it, get into the state. Get into the state. Do your visualizations as you would, but act as if a text message is the last thing that you want. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that you are going to not desire a text message at all. I said it will be the last thing that you desire. Obviously, it's on our list of desires, but it's not at the forefront. Things that we put at the forefront of this metaphorical list, we bring up a lot of resistance to, right? When something is very high valued on your list, you are very fearful of that thing failing. So mentally, you begin to put it into the back and you act from that state. So you want to do that and then act as if, again, a text is the last thing you want from your specific person. You will find that thing show up because, again, it's still on our list of desires. Our subconscious mind, again, is a part of you and knows what you want. So it knows you want that text message. So it's going to give it to you. But we aren't offering up any resistance against it because it's the last thing that you want. And this idea works so well because you are unintentionally, perfectly putting yourself into the state of the wish fulfilled, right? Because you can't really overly desire something you feel as though you already have, right? If you have something, what is your desire towards it? Think about other things that you kind of get. That first desire, that passionate feeling to want that thing, that's that gift from your higher self, from your subconscious mind saying, you belong and deserve this thing. Again, why doesn't everyone want or desire the same things? Because each person has a gift for that thing. But again, you're in your own reality. Everybody is conscious and the creator of their own reality. So literally there's an infinite amount of everything. Everyone could technically end up with the same exact specific person, just kind of pushed off into a bunch of different realities. But that's a whole nother video that we would want to get into. But with this in mind, so again, put that thing, act as if that's the last thing you want, okay? Again, so you wouldn't deny that thing if it came up. So if your specific person texted you, you wouldn't be like, I don't want you to text me, right? We're not to that extent. We would reply and act as if, obviously we would want that thing, but pretend as if it's the last thing you want. But like I mentioned, it automatically puts you into the state unintentionally, because it's kind of like if we're going on a path, when we're doing it, when we're conscious of getting on that path, it makes us have anxiety, have worry, I already said anxiety, have makes us feel desperate, right? We begin to get into those sensations or those feelings. But if you approach indirectly, your mind doesn't become aware of this and it doesn't produce that same anxiety or worry that you're seeing. Now, with the text message, you could literally, I would say, to do this with everything. And I've given this an advice for my coaching sessions as well for very specific scenarios. If you feel like you are overly kind of feeling obsessed or worried or having a lot of anxiety, just pretend as if that's the last thing you desire and act from that state. And you will find that thing comes almost instantly or simultaneously. Just like the idea of, I have the technique, it's not my technique, it's a technique that's used widely in manifestation, and it's like a 10 small things technique where you write down 10 small things you are desiring to manifest in the next week. And again, I put the quotations around small because everything is the same to manifest, but because our mind believes them to be small, they come very easily. Our beliefs are already set up for that thing. But as you write that list, you write it and then you forget about it, right? So that thing, that whole list is on your desire list in your mind, but it's the last thing you desire, right? You stop thinking about it. But this can be a huge game changer. Again, specifically if you are having anxiety, having worry, really thinking kind of too much about your specific person, or get nervous. If you're in contact with your specific person, it would be that when you're with them, you begin to have a lot of anxiety about what to do and how to act, that sort of thing. But try this out. Let me know how it works for you. If you have any questions or comments about it, or love this idea, comment it below. Give a thumbs up on this video if you really liked it or enjoyed it. You guys can also send me a message on my website, kyleaugustcoaching.com, or check out my TikTok, which is Manifestation Man, if you guys want to. But make sure to subscribe if you guys want to continue receiving content on manifesting your specific person. I want to see all you guys manifest your SP. Literally in the quickest and easiest possible way. If you don't believe it can be done, I guarantee you, you definitely can manifest your SP, and you definitely can make it easy and effortless, like I always say. Hopefully I see you guys commenting your success stories about what's happening in the comment section below, but I'll see you guys next time.